Hi guys, today a reshoot of one of my old videos I did make originally with a webcam, and I believe it deserves reshooting with high definition because it is interesting, and also I am more experienced, so it will probably be more interesting anyways. So it is a comparison and teardown of two similar items of two generations. We have here Apax 120 seat electronics box for use by Boeing, made by the Hughes aircraft company for this one, and by the ISC company for this one. So they are the same thing, same box with 12 years of difference. This one was made in 75 and this one was made in 87. So I will zoom for you on each one. So this one has a United Airlines sticker, one modification from the Telephonics company, and it is called Free Seat Electronics. Manufacturer part number, and there is a Boeing part number. So I guess it manages with passenger service for the row of free seats. So the flight attendant call, the reading lights, and probably also the audio entertainment for the passengers. The second one is really looks more modern already. This one is made by the Hughes Aircraft Company, Microelectronic System Division. It is for the Boeing 747. And we have a sticker here from the Thai Airlines Company. So it was probably removed from Thai Airlines aircraft, which was probably scrapped in the US, in Tucson, Arizona, or Mojave, or something like this. So the two boxes are very similar. We have the same kind of plugs at each side. So I think they can be exchanged directly. They are directly swap. You can see on these connectors we have coax. Here we have an optional transformer and fuse. We have fast quick fasteners here with push clips, plastic clips. They are exactly the same footprint. This connector here has a lot of golden contacts. Here also, but this one seems in a much nicer condition, as you can see. Here, oddly enough, we have no external transformer, no fuse, just the connectors. Okay, so I will undo the screws and I will be right back. Okay, so a little bit of cost saving here I did notice. On the old one we have 8 screws, top and bottom cover. And on the newer one we have only 4 screws on the side and they attach a box cover at the same time. So let's remove them. We can immediately see a huge difference. Bottom side. Okay. Very, very interesting. So we will start with similarities. We have flat flex here and here, and it is almost the single similarity I can see. So we will zoom first onto the old one. I think it deserves a big level of zoom. So what do we have? We have some kind of bracket here which is screwed to the frame. round IC here in with heatsink and 8 legs at the bottom. Very interesting corkwood assembly here. You can see of sandwich of 2 circuit boards. It deserves more zoom like this. So this is interesting, very compact construction, obviously. There is one IC here in the middle, ceramic IC, resistors making the sandwich. This some kind of ceramic hybrid module, something, in a flat pack. Here we have 6 ceramic modules also, ceramic with metal covers, so probably hybrids. We have some unpopulated spots here. I see here by Motorola, it seems. ISC, it is the brand of manufacturer, so it is probably a very custom thing. They code us 75. Here we have something with some kind of a blue heatsink, steel metal heatsink, made by Beckman. They code 74. So this must be hybrid also. Maybe a digital analog converter. No idea. And golden ceramic chip here. M065-1A, made in Korea. And you can see there is a pretty nasty and thick conformal coating over everything. This thing is very rough surface finish, except here, so maybe this piece was replaced at some point. Yes, it seems like so, because I can see a lip here in the conformal coating which has been broken. So this is interesting. So it was the first side for the old one. Second side, a bunch of wires and probably power supply related stuff. You can see we have electrolytic capacitors here. One more custom gold ceramic chip here, ISC M033-1, still made by Motorola, this one. We have these boxes, I do not know what they are. There is a weird logo, there is something written under it, but it is too small. And we have a few legs under them. So as a just we have 4 legs maybe. Oh, it seems I found, look at this. It is written AC, AC, minus, plus. So they are bridge rectifiers. It is quite awesome when you can identify mystery parts so quickly. So same logo here on this transistor. And more capacitors here. Here, this blue thing right in the middle is probably a resistor network, I guess. Ceramic resistor network. And you can see how dirty is the conformal coating on this side. So about the box, we have a center plate on which the PCBs are bolted on the 2 side covers. The connectors are connected with flat flex on both sides. Really on both sides. Interesting. And I can see they are attached here at the back by circlips. Right here and here we have a circlip. So probably also for this one, but it is hidden behind the flat flex. Okay, so it was for the older model. Now the newer model. What is the top side? So you can see on this one we have PCBs on each side. with flat flex interconnects. And we have mostly regular looking ICs, no more weird hybrids. Look at this, here we have a stack of two ICs, one over the other one, double power here, really weird, and I do not see any leg cut, so either this is a repair, and they did not bother removing the old IC, they did just stick the new one over it, or it is really a weird setup. The Harris brand. Here we have a golden ceramic and golden IC, but there is nothing written on the cover. Completely mysterious, and looks like we have some kind of a temperature sensor glued over it. This one's nothing written also. Very regular capacitor here. Electrolytic capacitor made by IC brand. 63 volts, 220 microfarads. I can see one bridge rectifier here and one here. Here, as you can see, they are very regular models. We have a transformer which was outside on the other one. Seems it is now inside. It is very similar size. Yes. We have an LM340 here for power supply probably. Some rows of, I need to unzoom, sorry, resistor networks. Here also. Okay. Second side, we have a giant IC here. Revision B, National Semiconductor, I guess it is. And this as a model number. We have some ceramic modules with these ones seem to be resistor networks, and on these ones we have some surface mount capacitors also. We have here NE5532N and other stuff. 5532 2N2222 transistor here. You always need them somewhere. And here more ICs with nothing written on it. I can barely see there was something written, but either they did rub it off or they did put some black paint. I can see some relief. I can see some maybe a Motorola logo. Very interesting. So here is what it looks in the new box. The construction is the same. We have a metal plate in the middle, but this one is empty in the middle to save some weight maybe. And yes, in fact, I guess I will check the weight difference between the two things at the end of the video. And you can see folded metal here, and it is all, in fact, nothing inside the covers except dust. Here we had a piece of carton on the black one and some numbers. Okay, so I will put them back together and we will check if we have a serious difference of weights between the two units. Okay, the two boxes are back together and I have a kitchen scale. So we will compare. The old one is 464 grams. It is a very slow scale, as you can see. Very cheap Chinese crap. The new one is 359, so we have 100 grams difference between the two boxes. So for each 10 rows of seats, it is 1 kilogram difference in the aircraft. So anything is good to take in an aircraft as a weight saving. Okay, so it is sad that this kind of stuff is not easier to find, because there are tons around in service in aircrafts, but when the aircraft are scrapped, they are scrapped together with seats, and I guess as they are not, they are probably not extremely expensive to get. They are paid off for since long when the aircraft is scrapped, so they are not saved and they are probably recycled, but it is fun stuff and I would like to get more. I saw the displays on the seats and the passenger controls, and I saw the overhead panels for passengers. I would like to get some, but it is really not easy to find because this stuff is just not available. When it is available, usually it is not expensive, but it is very rare to see them. And it is a little bit sad because I would like to play with all this stuff. Okay, in fact I have 2 each of these things, at least. So this is quite good. And okay, so thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and you check my other videos, because I have over 800 videos on my channel. Most of them are about taking apart aircraft and weird electronic stuff. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.